Hey guys, Hyper here. Basically, if you guys didn't know, today or yesterday technically, they added a new update called the Reforging Update, where they brought a lot of changes in the system or the network. Obviously, Dungeons isn't out yet. It's just an update to get ready for Dungeons. They added new update, new Reforges. Godly is bad now, so they fixed Godly because it was too overpowered. There are better reforges. They also added reforges stones. They fixed a few things. They added damage cap and stuff. So let's see what they did. So first things first, they added the dungeon hub. So now you can actually access the dungeon hub, where there's a NPC called Guildford, where you can do some races, and after doing like 3 races you get an epic talisman called the cheetah talisman. So if you start out, you'll spawn over there, and if you just come around over here to the hub, like the hub mountain I mean, so if you climb up here the stairs, obviously you'll see a portal there, and this portal wasn't there earlier. So if you go in there, you're in the dungeon hub. So okay, this is, I think it's not, this stopped it I guess, because it was working a few minutes ago. So I don't know what's wrong. So if you are not able to enter, I don't know, but they added the dungeon hub. It's sick. You can do a few races there, and there are the 3 NPCs there. Moat, if it doesn't allow you to enter the dungeons obviously. Then there's Ophelia has a shop where she sells some stuff. I don't know if it's useful for me, but you guys can check it out. The Mendes helmet is good, but yeah. And then there's Malik, who does all the essence and stuff. You can upgrade your armor and stuff. And if you do the races there, you also get wither essence. Now wither essence is used to upgrade items. Most probably, we don't know yet, but it's most probably used to upgrade the drops from bosses. So the scarves may have scarves wand or something. There's the thing that it must be used for that, and that's it. So they also, the two new things that they fixed were attack speed and intelligence damage or magic damage. So basically the high attack speed is, the higher attack speed you have, so you can see your attack speed. So I have 0 because I don't have any reforge for attack speed. But if I hold my sword, which does give a little bit of attack speed, 10 attack speed. So the higher attack speed you have, the more you can hit a mob. The more you can hit a mob, obviously the more damage you'll do. So that's a good thing they added, which was broken earlier. And so was magic damage. What magic damage does is, the higher intelligence you have, so Vice Crystal armor or Vice Dragon armor are good now. So if you use those armors, and you get a lot of intelligence, obviously the higher intelligence you have, the more damage you'll do using the abilities. So they also updated or buffed a few swords and weapons, like the pigment sword. It does more its ability does more damage. The aspect of the dragon's ability does more damage. The frozen sight does more damage. The yeti sword does ability more damage. So if you see, item ability dragon rage, all monsters in front of you take 1600 damage. Earlier this was 700, but now it's 1600, so that's good. And on top of that, they also added reforge stones. So what reforge stones are, if you see, there's a mine merchant who sells a reforge stone called onyx for 100 coins. Obviously that's cheap, but there are more reforge stones like this. A few are still yet out to come, because there are really low chance of dropping from dungeon mobs or dungeon bosses. So dungeons obviously isn't out, so you can't get those yet. And on top of that, there are a few reforges that you can get right now called the fabled reforge, which you can get from the dragon claw, which you can get from dragons. So obviously doing dragons is good now. The price of summoning eyes are up, so try getting some summoning eyes as well. Do a dragon, you might get lucky. They have the same drop chance as an aspect of the dragon, so that's good. They also removed the chance, they nerfed getting aspect of the dragons, because there were a lot of them in the economy. Hypixel had a lot of aspect of the dragons, so they fixed it now. Getting aspect of the dragons is a little more rare than earlier, and that's it for this update. Everyone's really hyped for dungeons. There are a few more videos other people have done, like time duo for all the fairy souls in the dungeon hub. Yes, there are more fairy souls now. And one more thing is they removed the slayer requirements for a few things like the reaper falchion. So I have a reaper falchion. Earlier it used to say requires zombie slayer 6, but now it doesn't, and so does the mana flux. So you can use the mana flux and the reaper falchion without even getting the zombie slayer, so that's good. But still, the high level stuff like the mosquito bow, the reaper scythe, the overflux, you still need the zombie slayers. But all the other ones, like the cheap ones like the reaper falchion, mana flux, the other swords and stuff, you can use them now without any slayers, so that's good. And that's it for the video. Hopefully you like the video, and I'll see you in another video. See ya.